The 3rd of June, 2025. Free from evil tyrant, new life. It's only 9:44 a.m. right now, and I've done a lot already today. I walked to Mitre 10 to get a screwdriver to take my number plates off my car, then I went to the Shire. I paid for a moving permit for 8:50 a.m. tomorrow to drive my car literally 200 m away to the service station to get an inspection so that I can reapply for my car registration. Apparently, my address was still at my nan and pop's house. That's why I didn't get any warnings about my registration. Now that my car is booked in at 9 a.m. tomorrow for an inspection, I have had to cancel the restraining order against my auntie, which I was meant to go to court in Albany tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for. I feel disappointed about this whole ordeal. The way I see it is it's God protecting me from something worse. God is the only reason I can survive through all of these turbulent things. I'm so stressed, I'm finding it hard to eat. I forgot to mention another thing that Carrie told me yesterday. She said the reason she took me out of the bar is because I was useless and I made too many funk-ups, in her words. I believe she took me out of there because she knows she must pay me the award rate for hospitality, and she knows I'm onto her. She got scared and put me into the cafe instead. I just walked to IGA to buy some pens because I packed everything up in boxes. I need to fill out my car application to license a vehicle papers. Oh, my goodness, it's 11:17 now, and Toady, I was watching shows on my phone to distract myself from life. I prayed to God and poured my heart out to God too. After Brittany finished work, she came upstairs with some good news. She was smiling and was excited to tell me. Brittany told me that the guy who has her cats, Jack, will let me stay with him with all my cats too. After she told me that, I burst out crying. I cried tears of joy and relief. Brittany and I both can't drive our car at the moment, so the Jack offered to come and pick us up to go do the cats. Before he came, Brittany had a feeling that Carrie was out the back. She went to go check, and yes, her intuition was right. She was waiting to offer Brittany a ride to go feed her cats. Brittany went down to see her, told her that she already organized something. Carrie was angry and told Brittany to tell Jack that I'm a crazy person and to not trust me, to try and ruin my chance to escape her claws. My car is back on the road now with new number plates. The online bullying won't affect me now because I changed my plates, and the bullies won't find me, hopefully. There was a post made on page where people were making up lies about me and my driving, which I've mentioned. Apparently, I ran an elderly lady off the road. Another comment was that I had a dog in the back and was driving crazy, but I don't have a dog. The person who made the post was a fake profile, and she mentioned my full name in the comments to get people against me. Historia Volkov is the name of the fake profile, and she said I tailgated her all the way to Albany. I blocked her now, so hopefully whoever it won't find me and spread more lies. Jack has a trailer so I can move my boxes. Only bad thing is he won't be available to help me until next week, and he has to get my room ready, but for now I will sleep on his couch. I am so grateful. I am so glad I took the leap of faith and trusted God instead of giving up. Carrie is charging me double rent and kicking me out in 1 week, so I have to get Brittany's dad to move my boxes to Jack's house on Sunday before the new week starts. She won't allow me to stay any longer. On Sunday, Brittany and her dad helped me move all my boxes to Jack's house. Brittany paid her dad to do it. I'm so grateful. She's a good friend. On Sunday night, I handed the keys to Carrie. On Monday I went back to clean. Brittany let me in. We did some carpet cleaning too. After I moved to Jack's house, on Monday night, the next day on Tuesday, Brittany rang me at 6 a.m. in the morning with an emergency. She told me to come get her and take her to the hospital because she couldn't breathe. I woke Jack up to drive me because I don't do well in emergency situations. He drove us to the hospital. Brittany was on her knees and hands on the back seat struggling to breathe. We got to the hospital and the doctor gave her asthma medication. There's a flu going around attacking people's respiratory system. Brittany had to work that afternoon, as well because Carrie doesn't allow any time off. Brittany had a bad asthma reaction from the flu and also from the carpet cleaning. The windows were shut when she did the lounge room area. It smelled like very strong chemicals. The next week, Jack got the respiratory flu, and then a week later, I got it, but not as badly. It's funny and ironic that all my boxes ended up next to the house next door from which they were originally moved, to the pub, and back again to the house next door. It's also ironic that we got Brittany's dad to help us this time, because Brittany refused his help last time we moved my stuff. Both spare rooms in Jack's house are full of boxes from his ex and now my boxes too. Jack recently went to his family's house and got some pallets. He's going to lay them down in the backyard shed, then store his ex's boxes in there. I don't know how long until he starts preparing to do that. The first couple of weeks at Jack's house, I was financially struggling to get by. I had one shift cleaning at the school one week, and last week I had 2 shifts at the school. I received Centrelink help as well. I am okay at the moment. I finally bought food today. Jack helped me out a bit by buying cat litter and isn't charging rent until I'm on my feet. I'm happy to live with a tidy person, it's good for my mental health. Jack is good to live with. He is friendly and even nice to cats. He has a spider living in the shower and asked me not to kill it. It's a huge black window spider. I went to have a shower and told the spider to please move, and it listened. I haven't seen it since. I think it understood what I said. While all my life changes were going on, I also had to go to the police station to answer questions about the investigation of my sister. I walked from IGA to the police station in Mount Barker on the 10th of June, 2025, talked to the investigator, and I drew diagrams of the old house in Churchill, Victoria, where the incident happened, and the house in Katanning where other abuse happened. After answering questions, the investigator asked me to go to the Albany police station soon to attempt ringing my dad and having a recorded phone call regarding the incident that day. After I handed my keys back to Carrie, she had the audacity to ask me to work in the bar. I said okay, just to be nice, then later I blocked her and her mum. I decided I don't want to have her claws in my back anymore. It's over, done. The week after I quit, I was having so much anxiety and stress. Brittany asked if I would like to go to a local cafe. I said yes. One of the staff who know us said to me that there is another cafe in town looking for staff. I had put my resume there in the past, but nothing came of it. I didn't stay long at the cafe with Brittany that day because my anxiety was so bad and I also was so low on money. She was just trying to make me feel better and take me out. The first night moving to Jack's house, I had a huge sigh of relief come over my whole body, and I could rest fully. I was still stressed about money and having no job, but I felt safe and didn't end up homeless, thank God. I prayed to God, and He helped me find a way after I took the leap of faith to quit working for that evil tyrant boss. I feel emotional just remembering how it turned out and how I am safe now. I escaped a mental and financial prison. On one of the first nights living at Jack's house, I cooked us butter chicken because that's one of my favorite recipes. He actually ate my food. I'm so used to living with narcissists who don't eat my cooking, so it felt good, and also, I felt standoffish thinking, why aren't you being mentally abusive to me? He ate more of my cooking in following days. He even cooked dinner a few times now. Jack does have one thing that is toxic. He is very hot and cold. One minute he's nice, then next minute he's quiet, and I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like I did something wrong, but then I think that's probably old wounds of mine coming up, and he's just triggering them. I hope he doesn't end up being a narcissist. I just have to focus on myself and be a bit more detached and grounded within myself. I really thought I was healed and that my inner child was healed, but living with Jack makes me feel not good enough or something. I'm not sure why. It's not like I'm trying to impress him or anything. I'm just living for myself. I'm not seeking validation or anything. I think I've just been through the ringer and feel emotionally vulnerable. That's why I feel like this. On the 12th of June, Brittany and I drove to Albany, but I felt so anxious and was dehydrated from a flu or something, so we drove straight back home. I felt bad and said sorry to Brittany. I just couldn't go out on that day. I felt like I was going to have a panic attack. It was from so much stress happening at once and life changes. On the drive, we realized something else we have in common. My nana, who died of cancer, her name was Maurini. Brittany's middle name is Maury. Also, her dad was meant to have the same name as my dad when he was born before they changed it. I got asked to work cleaning at the school on the 13th, but I couldn't do it because I was sick with the respiratory flu. The 24th of June, 2025, I went to Albany Police Station and talked to an investigator. I went there to do a recorded phone call to my father. I made 2 attempted phone calls. I had to do it in Albany and not Mount Barker because apparently it's too noisy in the Mount Barker police station. My father didn't pick up the phone. The investigator told me while I was there that my dad would be different to what I remember if I met him again because of the rabbit hole he has gone down with the common law things he's into. My father believes he doesn't have to pay his mortgage or a car registration. He believes it's unlawful to be made to pay those things. My father also influenced an aunt on my mother's side to abide by the common law rules. My auntie hasn't been paying her mortgage either for common law rules. They are risking losing everything and getting a bad credit rating. I am happy that my father is fighting the system though. He is quite intelligent with that kind of stuff. Not long after the 24th, Jack invited me over to his parents' house for dinner because his sister had made dinner. That night I had an anxiety attack and had to go to the toilet for a while to calm down. I think I felt uncomfortable with more changes and meeting new people when my life had been changing so rapidly. The other day I bought magnesium tablets to help me with my anxiety. Not too long ago I found out that Janine is still bullying me and making up lies behind my back after I quit. She said to a customer that I was fired as well. Brittany corrected her in front of the customer and told them I had quit. Because I had unblocked my father's phone number, on the 27th of June, my father texted me and said this: "Sorry I missed your call. I don't take my personal phone to work. My greatest desire is to move forward from a negative world and do everything in my power to promote love and unity. You are family, and to move forward from hurt, we all need to heal and let the past be past, where it belongs. Your mother and I love our family and would love you to be a part of it. Love heart, smiley face." I told Brittany about this message, and we both think that my father is strategically trying to keep me close, like the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Also, my father lacks empathy, so I don't believe a word that was said. I think my mother wrote that message to be honest. I emailed a screenshot of the message my father sent to me to the private investigator. The investigator rang me the following Monday to ask if I wanted to go back to Albany and call my father again on the phone. I had just woken up, so I told the investigator that I don't feel like doing it again. So then he asked about my sister's living situation, which I have no idea about now. I'm not sure where she's living now and whether she's in a care home or a group home. I am getting better at the school cleaning job. I am still not getting many hours though, but that's okay because it gives me time to study. I have started a new online course for caring for disability and aged care services. It will take 18 months to complete and 15 hours a week studying. I started my course on the 25th of June and it's through Workforce Australia. They are helping me study. Today, the 1st of July, 2025, I went to the high school about doing EA work. I met one of the EA coordinators and they put me down on the call list, so I might be doing teacher's assistant work or substitute teacher work. We get trained on the job. There are some training modules to do at home, though. I have lots of time now on my hands, so I will be able to do it. It feels strange being free from Carrie. I drove past the cafe today, and Carrie's family was sitting out the front as usual, and I drove fast, so they didn't see me. It feels like I have escaped a dimension, a reality, and flipped into a new reality, but both realities coexist side by side. I'm just not in that world now. I had to cancel the restraining order against my auntie because that's when I saw the post on Facebook about my car, and how I was being a bad driver apparently. On the post there was a photo of my car's registration, and it showed my car being unregistered, so I couldn't drive to Albany after knowing that my car is unroadworthy. The day I was meant to go to court I ended up taking my car over the pits and getting new plates. I organized automatic payments so that it doesn't happen again. I didn't pay my registration because my mail was being sent to my nan and pop's house. Also, I thought the department would email me when my registration was due. It's different to Vic Roads. I'm kind of grateful to the Facebook post that was made against me because otherwise if the person didn't post all those false accusations, I wouldn't have known that my car was unregistered. So it worked in my advantage. I found out a few days ago, when I went to a local cafe, with Brittany that Carrie will need an operation soon, and she will need 6 weeks off to recover. She had to go to the hospital and get a double blood transfusion recently because she's low in iron. Soon, Carrie will need an operation on her reproductive system, and she will be forced to take time off work. Carrie should train up some cooks for the pub before that happens, but I doubt she will. Her mum will probably do the cooking at the pub while Carrie's off work. Monday Jack and I got drunk and had good sex. It's the best I've ever had. On the third round, the condom slipped off and was inside. I pulled it out and it leaked. I was scared and Jack told me not to worry and to just go to the chemist to get a morning after pill. Luckily, it was a weekday, so the chemist was open. He was so nice about it, unlike exes, who would have gone off at me for that happening. I'm so glad I took the morning after pill. I'm scared to have kids because of the chance of having a disabled kid, and I've been with narcissists, and I don't want to get trapped with a narcissist. Jack has been acting hot and cold and distant with me. I don't know why. I am just going to mirror back to him his own behavior. I don't know where I stand and if this is a relationship or not. I feel ungrounded. I did talk to Jack, and he said he's not ready for a commitment. Truthfully, I don't think I am either. I feel anxious not knowing if we're together. I'm not sure if he's seeing other women too. For now, I'll keep focusing on myself and exercising. Exercising helps me mentally and physically. It gives me clarity and reduces anxiety. I think he's just keeping his options open, which is triggering my abandonment issues in which I thought I had healed. The fact I'm aware of the issues means I'm halfway to healing myself. I asked him if he wanted to eat out at the bottom pub for dinner, and he said no. I must keep having inner strength and know my self-worth. I think I have deep feelings for this guy. I just see that he is a sweetheart, and it hurts my heart if he doesn't like me back the same way. I hope he does like me back as much as I like him. The sex is phenomenal. He is so cute too, and generous.